Hi there, my name is Roland Järv and I have a small shop that's name is Max Buggy Shop, where I do some restore work on carriage wheels. But in this film I will show you how to paint the old way, when you are using lead powder into the paint to make it dry faster and to make it smoother when you do the sanding. This film will be in about 4 or 5 different parts, and this is the first part, and I wish you very welcome and enjoy my instruction movie. Thank you for watching. Film I will show you how to paint a set of buggy wheels that is more than 100 years old. I will use the old method of painting when the color was mixed with lead in one or the other way. Lead is the most fantastic material for using carriage painting, if you know how to use it and can get hold of it. As always in total repainting works, you have to strip the object absolutely naked. That you can do in 2 ways, either by using hot air or by using a card scraper. The danger by using hot air is, in this case, that I do not know what the wheels are painted with before. It happens that they even blend arsenic into the paint, and if that stuff is heated up, it is not good for your health. Always wear a mask and gloves. The hard work by scraping is ended by using 80, 120 and 240 grit sandpaper to make the wheel as smooth as possible before the paintwork starts. Shellac is used as a stopper after the finishing sanding. In parts of the wheels there you know the wheel will come in contact with water more heavily. Places like where the spokes is meeting the rim and where the rim is meeting the iron channel. It is also used in all iron and brass parts. And taping is done as in all other paintwork. To make the primer, the very first color you put on the wheel, you do a mixture of white lead, in this case is Kremser white, it's a German lead in oil, gold size, raw linseed oil and balsam turpentine. All of them in equal size. Mix them together and you have your first primer paint to put on the wheel. When you are painting the first time, the first primer, use a brush that is a little bit stiff but still very compact with hair, and try to get the primer into every small corner you can. After the second primer, in which I put a little umber powder, has dried thoroughly, I wash the wheel with soap and a Scotch Brite. The filling up, where I know that the parts are moving around, like in between the spokes and the rim, and between the rim and the iron channel or the rubber channel, I use a more flexible filling up, and in this case we mix equal size of regular oil putty together with
the white lead and just a little bit of the color I'm going to use. In this case it's oxblood red. And I'm mixing that and fill it up carefully. And as I told you before, be a little bit careful with the white lead, because that is the stuff that you shouldn't play around with. And then we just put in a little bit of the color, so I know exactly where I put in the filling. This time I'm using my grinding slab and a mallet to mix the two components together, the oil putty and the white lead powder. And this is the result, the slow drying putty I put on where the two parts are moving slightly between the wood and the iron. And now on to the hard putty stopping. That you do in places where nothing is supposed to move, like deeper marks on the panel, body, spokes and the rims on a carriage. Making the hard putty, you are using dry white lead powder, only mixed this time with linseed oil varnish. This stuff will dry in 6 to 8 hours and should be wet sanded as all stuff that is mixed with lead powder. Never do any dry sanding. Remember, only wet sanding, no dry sanding.